Welcome back to the Body Tech Athletics. All right, so block 2 now, we're progressing in our applications using different configurations for the body to strewn out some of the tension in the tension and length relationships in the hamstrings. So from here we're going to start on a downward dog stretch. So for those that find this a little tricky, you can get into a pike formation here and then try and get those heels down. Now if you need a little warming up, this repeated action here helps. FYI, the closer your hands and feet get together, the more tension you tend to accumulate here. So if you find yourself wanting to bend your knees, that's fine. You can do an active, because we are in the active phase here. And you're essentially trying to keep that chest forward, which will be a very prevalent theme as we go through the rest of the exercises here. Okay, so that's downward dog. Now, if you find that position really tight, you can elevate your hands to the same measure, and as you progress from there, you can then come down. Make sense? Okay, the wall hinge, right? Okay, so from here, you want to be able to reach the wall from, so about 12 inches in front of the wall. You're going to hinge back and let the knees come out a little bit. Now the back should be slightly arched so that you incur somewhat of a anterior pelvic tilt, so you're cranking on the insertion or the origin for the hamstring. So now some of you may note that you don't get quite the tension from the upper hamstrings. Okay, and that's likely because of the different mechanoreceptors in and around the muscle bellies as well. So you're essentially trying to keep the knees out and accept the fact that you're definitely pushing through your sacrotuberous area here, the greater tuberosity, and pushing down from here. Okay.
Wall plan stretch. Block 2. Wall plan stretch.
Right, okay, so these are for a lot of people that tend to be somewhat slumpy, all right? So especially if you're been regarded as somebody that has hamstring tensions that pull down your pelvis into a posterior pelvic tilt, all right? So from here, I'm going to use a bit of a board. First off, and John, you can come around here so we can get everything. So you elevate So we're using this position here to get the tension above the knee, which essentially is the hamstrings, and from below the knee, because we know the calf and the hamstrings connect together in a fusion, the tricep suri connection here. So try and straighten that knee. That will always be a bone of contention as you're going through here. Now from here, we already know that if you're reaching for your leg here, that you can see how your upper back curves and rounds, and that's what we're trying to prevent. So once we put foot up here, keep the hands high above chest, and so bring your chest into it. Keep the knee as straight as you can, and keep that chest up no matter what. Okay, same thing for the other leg. You will likely sense some different tension and differences or asymmetries from right to left. That's common, so endeavor, note that, and make sure that you try and work those out during your applications. Okay?
Towel foot pulls. Towel foot pulls.
Okay, so we're back. So don't have a towel in the gym today, but that's all right. So anything that you know won't yield, or actually, this shouldn't yield as well. So if you're looking for so this application is really relevant for the adductor magnus and the groin fascia that invests into the hamstrings, the semitendinosus and membranosus. So this works well, and you're essentially trying to drive the knee down towards the floor. Now, of course, you're not going to tap out before you can get a reasonable tug on your stretching here. So you're pulling down, and you can see the knee come down as well. Now, you're probably wondering if we can apply a contract, relax. Absolutely. So the higher the foot orientation, the more you're going to stretch out the glute fibers that invest up through the hamstrings. So as you pull down, that's what you're looking for. Try and keep the opposite leg flat on the ground. And that is a really good stretch. Almost uniquely designed for your adductor magnus, which is essentially the groin big daddy of the hamstrings. Okay? Okay. Block 2, thank you.